air actuated remote vacuum switch. Coming up next. Long story short, I have one of those fancy vacuums, around my shop that'll sense an amperage draw when I use my electric sander, but I prefer air sanders, DA sanders. So I bought this little garbage disposal switch to make this electrical switch more switchable from my bench. Either way, let's get to drilling, I'll explain more. So, okay, as I was saying, basically it's a remote switch where this, whatever device you're wanting to operate, you plug into this outlet, then you plug this into your power source, your wall, and then there's a little bit of a, nipple here to where you can attach this tubing, and then that goes to essentially like a little air, protective stuff, but a little air diaphragm, and I'm going to mount that right here. I wish, and I'll leave links to where I can get all this stuff, including this little recessed power strip. This one's actually got a couple USBs. I have them all over my shop in different areas. I really do find these handy. However, I wish they sold, and maybe I just didn't look far enough, but a flush mount, and then you can switch one of the outlets. They have those, but what I'm trying to do is actually run my shop vac. So I'm trying to switch here to an outlet further away. I could wire that up, but I think this was only like 20 bucks. And I figured this is probably going to take me less than 10, 15 minutes to install, so. Now they do have kind of a little mechanical connection, a little nut here to kind of hold that tubing on. I will tighten it hand tight. Make sure that seat's on there real good though. And then there's just a little nut here to kind of keep it all in place, and I'll feed. It's easier to make that connection now, and I'll just feed that through to the back of my bench. And it's going to be a little bit precarious for me to try and get in there to tighten this, but I think even hand tight is going to be halfway decent. But let me get underneath there and we'll tighten that up. Yeah, looks like my bench is going to be a mom. All right, now I've just temporarily mounted this on the outside of the back of my bench. I'm actually going to be mounting it on the inside, but you really wouldn't get to see much there. But that switch I just installed, that tubing can then go underneath here. In fact, I will flip it around. How genius is this? Same procedure here. Make sure you get the seat all the way down. There, I literally felt it hit the shoulder there. Nice and snug. And now I can take my vacuum and plug that into the module and plug this module into a wall or extension cord. And I'm going to say extension cord because this thing is less than probably 2 feet long, 18 inches. Well, in case you guys had a calculator, that is less than. All right, I got to get into the bench here with this screw, and it's a Phillips screw, and it's not doing the best job holding itself on. It's not like a square or Robertson. Some neodymium magnets that'll magnetize just the tip, and then I found it doesn't necessarily overall magnetize this a ton. It does a little bit. You'll get metal shavings build up, but nice little tip if you need to get in there with a screw. Works like a charm. I had to loosen that. I need that extension cord off the ceiling, and I had to loosen the Phillips head, and I don't know where my ladder is. There's a little step ladder over there, but I don't think it'll get me tall enough. So I had enough extensions. Just gotta loosen it. Oh, look at this. This will be like some Olympic level stuff. The deflection in this thing is ridiculous. It worked for what I wanted it to do. Alright, so with it mounted to the back now, and then I moved the wiring or whatever, now I'm just plugging in the module. And I'll clean that up next time I'm back there. Now we should be cooking with gas. So now, I mean, you can normally see, in fact, one of my DA whips is normally just kind of laying there. And so I'm just able to plug in, and that's where I do all my sanding. Peel that protective layer off. But Nice little. So there you go. Like I said, I'll leave links to this kit and then also these guys that I love. If you guys know of anything to where maybe there's an outlet on the end of the electrical stinger, I don't know. But either way, I thought it was kind of neat. Now I don't have to worry about having to reach under there every time I go to sand. I mean, that's what I was having to do, is reach right through there and actually do the vacuum. Because, I mean, we all have small shops. That's about the only spot that I've had to, find a spot to put it. So. All right, cool. Hopefully that helps you out. Maybe you can find a different way to use that around the shop. Alrighty. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Nick. Oh, see, I hate that. The whole, hey guys, welcome back. My name is Nick. It's bad. It's here. Anyways, well, there you go. This is what I want to say. Welcome back to the Nick Ferry YouTube channel. I'm Nick Ferry. Long story short.